Hi everyone, today it was round 7 at Norway chess. I'll show a very interesting game between Carlsen and Alireza. Let's jump quickly into the game. Carlsen was white, he started with e4 and c5. Already small surprise according to Carlsen. Knight f3 and e6. During his game, Carlsen commented that he wasn't prepared for Sicilian and even e6 Sicilian, so he decided to play a random move. Bishop to d3. Kind of the point is that getting Alireza out of theory. Knight c6 was played, castle, and here already Alireza goes for an attack with g5. Very nice, interesting move. Bishop to b5 was played. Now Alireza played bishop to g7. Computer suggests g4 in this position, but anyway, bishop to g7 was played. Now Carlsen took the knight, b c6, and here he played d3. Now g4 came, knight f to d2 was played, and of course h5. So these two pawns are marching towards the king. Knight to b3 was played, d6. We have to protect this pawn here, and f4 by Carlsen. According to computer, knight to c3 was a better move. Now knight to e7 was played. Now very interesting move by Carlsen. Bishop to d2, just giving up this pawn on b2. But the point is that bishop comes to nice diagonal here, and also queen has to move. Queen to d7 was played. Knight 1 to d2 by Carlsen, and here bishop to g7 back was played by Alireza. Here we can examine this line if black takes here, but that wouldn't be that good because after queen recaptures on a1, let's see, knight to g6, but now queen enters here on g7, and yes, this king is quite in a lot of trouble. So Alireza played better move. Now queen to e1 was played, bishop a6, rook d1. So that was the point of queen to e1, so that a rook can also come and support this pawn pushes. f5, and here very good move by Carlsen, e5. Let's see the problem if, let's say, Carlsen would play king to h1. Now h4 is very strong, and we cannot play knight to c4 because h3. You would open the position like this, but yeah, then black is quite good here. Bishop can come here and harass this king. But after e5, let's say for example, if knight g6, or if in this position black can play like this, but now knight c4 is very strong, and we don't have h3 because this would be check, and it would be lost for black. So that was the point to by moving pawn to e5, so that knight can land here on d6. But Alireza played knight to g6. Now knight c4 anyway. Bishop has to take that knight. It was too strong there. And very good move now by Alireza, d5. Yes, if here we would just castle. Now this move is strong. We cannot capture because queen would be lost. And after queen to f7, we just take this pawn on d6, and yeah, that would be game over very soon. But anyway, d5, this pawn is lost. But now just queen to c8, and black is still okay. Knight goes back to b3, and here Alireza made a blunder, just castling, and we will see why this was a problem. Better would be just to play bishop to f8, and after bishop to b4, we can exchange that bishop, and position is equal. But after castling, Carlsen finds a really beautiful move. Bishop to b4, now rook is under attack, so rook has to move, rook to e8, but now again very nice move. Bishop suddenly lands here on d6, and yes, and this bishop is so strong piece here. Queen to a6 was played, and now queen to c3 by Carlsen. But actually this move was a mistake, because it allows black to play this c5 sacrifice. Let's see if knight would take this. Now we have very nice move, queen to d6, and if pawn takes, queen is lost, also for white. But what if bishop takes? Now we can play like this, take on c4, and after rook d6, queen a4, knight goes here, and bishop to f8. We attack a rook. So that would be a very nice resource for black. But Alireza played rook a to d8. And here now Carlsen took the opportunity and he played c5, bishop to h6, we attack this pawn. Now of course g3 had to be played, rook d7, and knight lands on d4. Now, sorry, now rook to f7 was played, rook b1, so rook has a nice open file. So notice that when Carlsen allowed taking on b2, now we have also very nice open b file. h4 by Alireza, queen d3, queen a4, a3, a5 by Alireza. Rook f to d1 was played. Now Alireza took on g3, ag3, and here very beautiful move by Alireza. I can give you a couple of seconds. What would you play in this position as black? Yeah, the move is bishop takes f4. Very nice resource. Okay, white is still better, but at least black has now some chances. Gf4, and now we take with the knight. So queen is under attack. Queen to b3, takes, rook takes, and here computer suggests knight to h3 with check, but Alireza played this a4 move. Now rook to b4 was played, rook h7, sorry, and here rook to f1 was played. Now check by Alireza, of course good move, king to g2, and knight goes to g5. Here computer suggests just to take this pawn, but Carlsen took the pawn on c6. Knight e4, and here in this position, computer evaluation for white is +5. So actually it's computer saying that white is better for the whole rook. And the way to win would be just knight e7. If king goes here, then rook b7 is game over. And if king goes here to h8, now we can just push here with c6. But in this position, Carlsen made a mistake, huge blunder, and he took the knight on e4. Now we have to take with the pawn, not with the f. This is the right approach. Knight d4, rook h3, but now suddenly black has strong rooks here on h file. c6 was played by Carlsen, king f7, c7, now rook enters and doubles on h file, knight c6, check on h2, and after king to g3, Alireza took here, which was good move. Now rook is behind the pawn. And here in this position, Carlsen played knight to d8 check, which actually is a blunder. Computer suggests rook to h1. But after this move, king goes here to g6. Knight takes pawn, check on h3, king f4, rook f3, the only move. Now rook takes, and we can take with e pawn. King to g3 was played, and here the computer suggests, Alireza played this rook to g2, and after king h4, he just repeated, and the game was drawn. But actually, in this position, instead of rook to g2, computer suggests to play f2 move. Now we threaten to promote. Now there's very beautiful line in this position. Let's say if white promotes to queen, Now we under promote to a knight, not a queen, so it's a check. And if king goes here to f4, this would be a checkmate. So very beautiful move. So what to do is in this position, promotion is a mistake. But let's see, knight f4 check. If king goes to h7, king g2, so we guard this promotion. Now g3 had to be played. Of course, if we take the pawn again, we would promote. Knight d3, here f4. It's not that easy to find all of these moves. It's still very hard to find a win. And here, let's do a random move. For example, bishop to e7. The threat would be f3 check, king g3, and we would promote. So instead of that random move, white has to take this pawn here. But now rook takes, king g1, rook c2, and after e6, king enters here to help stop these pawns, and bishop takes here on f4. But let's say after king to f6, taking another pawn, this position actually is a win for black. So both players missed a win. Carlsen was totally winning from the middle game, but Alireza was winning at the end. So I think draw is fair result. So today very exciting games were on Norway chess. Caruana is still winning, and there are 2 more rounds to go. Tomorrow is rest day, and tomorrow I will also show you Armageddon game between Carlsen and Firouzja. It was also very exciting. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.